Hi everyone, Nick Kratikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and this is kind of a surprise, last minute live. I know it's a little bit earlier than what we typically do, but hopefully you guys aren't too busy right now and can keep me some company. And I just found this sign on one of my tables, and it says, "With God, all things are possible," and I thought this would be a cool sign to work in today. It has kind of that rustic look to it. It has the metallic, this is actually metal actually. It is real metal. Metal outlining the cross and God, and I thought we would work in some magnolias, and then just a couple seconds ago I found some of the peonies I bought from Trendy Tree. So you guys are going to help me with the process today. You guys are going to let me know what you would like to see in this wreath. So your advice is very much appreciated in this design, and basically you guys are just going to help me step by step as to what colors you would like to add and all of that stuff. So for starters, we're going to need to secure our wreath, our sign to our wreath. And to do that, we have some pipe cleaners and our staple gun. So this is actually sticking out a little further than I'd like, so I'm actually going to just staple the pipe cleaner directly to the sign. And guess what? Alex is down here with us today. She has the day off. It was pouring out all day today, so she's down here keeping me company. So be sure to say hi to Alex as well.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so we'll put one there. It might take 2 or 3. The sign isn't overly heavy, but I do want to make sure it's secured. Place another one there, and then we can see if that'll be sturdy enough. So more often than not, I offset my signs. I think it looks best when I do it that way. Lacey says, "Hi, Alex."
Hi, everyone. I tried to open it on my phone, Nick, and unfortunately it's not
It's not working?
No.
So let's try it with just 2 pipe cleaners.
Margaret says, "Hi, Alex." Denise says, "Hi, Alex." Hi, everyone.
Isn't
Glad
it
to
nice
be
to have
back.
her back? I know. I've missed her. You guys know that. But tonight I thought I would pop in live now. I do have a live in my group later on, and we're going to be designing with fresh flowers today. So I have lots of flowers blooming in my garden, but it has been kind of rainy over the last 2 days. Today it poured out. So I'm not going to be going out in my garden right now picking any flowers. So we actually went to the grocery store. And, today we're just going to create a very simple fresh flower design. So I'm excited for that. It's been a pretty long time since we've done anything with fresh flowers.
Karen says, "We all need a little faith in our lives right now."
That's right.
Donna says, "Hi, Nick. It's going to be so pretty." We have Jerry from Alabama who says, "Hi, Alex and Nick." Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Karen. Diane says, "Thank you for sharing." Hi from Wisconsin. We have Sherry from Southern Illinois. Marianne says, "Hi, Nick and Alex." Hi,
Welcome,
everyone.
Lots of people kind of for a last minute, well, not last minute, but what would you say? Kind of impromptu live?
Yeah, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
Everyone's hanging out.
Everybody's hanging out on this Sunday afternoon. So we have some of this foliage, and now is where I'm going to need your input, you guys. We have a beautiful assortment of peonies. We have them in kind of a dark plum color. I'd say that's kind of a plum, wouldn't you, Al? Kind of a plum color.
Yeah.
A little lighter than a plum. Then we have this pretty lighter pink, and then we also have a pastel blush as well. So choose one of the colors of these, or I don't think I'm going to work in all 3, so one of those, or we can also do something with magnolias. So let me know down below if you'd like to see the magnolias in this design or the peonies, and Alex will kind of choose whatever the majority is. For me, I'd like to see either the magnolias or maybe either the lighter pink or the darker pink. I think either one of those will look the best. So let us know what you guys would like to see. Maybe the dark pink. We haven't worked with that in a really long time. I think that might look nice.
Do you want to pick one color or 2?
I'm thinking one color would look best. It's either 1 or 3, but I think 3 colors in this design would be too much, because the colors do blend together really nicely. But as you guys are letting us know, we're going to add some greenery to our wreath. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of flowers, but what I like even more is the foliage. I think a wreath is incomplete if you don't have a little bit of foliage.
So we have Mary who says peonies. Kim says peonies. Barbara says darker pink. Ellen and Karen say magnolias. Jennifer says peonies. Sandra says magnolias.
Well,
looks like we're
looks like
at a
we're-
crossroad.
every time we ask it, that always happens. But I mean, I guess that's the beauty in it, because everybody has different styles. I think any of them, truth be told, would work. So let's add the greenery in, and then you guys keep letting me know it's either the peonies or the magnolias, and we'll work some of those in. But we're just going to take our foliage, and can they see me on camera right now? I know it's kind of a weird angle. Yeah?
Yeah.
And we're going to work some of our foliage in. So I'd consider this to be kind of a half design, and in designing half designs, I like to have my foliage worked in two different directions. So we have some shooting upwards, and we'll also have some pieces shooting downwards. So let's just work in some of this. At this point in time, if you guys don't mind giving this video the thumbs up, as well as the share, I greatly appreciate it. It lets us grow as designers, and hopefully inspire as many people as possible.
Ooh, we just got a big smiley face.
A big smiley face.
Took up the whole screen. Thank you.
Thanks for the smiley face.
Maria says peony. Regina says magnolias. She's in Mississippi, and that's her state flower.
Magnolias.
Carol says she loves both. Sherry says peonies. Jennifer, the darker pink. Pink peonies are beautiful.
Here's the darker pink. That's kind of a pretty color combination.
I feel like I'm saying the word peony so many times that it doesn't sound right anymore.
Yeah, you're going to mess up one time, though, so let's stop saying that word. So we have these. I kind of like that. And what we also have are the magnolias. I think either would look really pretty. Alex, what do you like better?
I love those. I think the white is really pretty.
I think so, too.
I don't know. I like that with the pop of color with the writing, but...
Well, the rating has white on it, too, so that would be
well,
a
that's
nice...
what I'm saying. It, like, mixes, but...
All right. Let's do some of the peonies. Oh, my gosh. Let's do some of the magnolias, then.
They look soft, too.
They are. They're a little fuzzy. Not really, but they're pretty.
Yeah. Both are beautiful, Nick, Donna says. Tina says she loves the dark peonies. Anna says it's all beautiful. Jennifer says, how do you ship these without all of the flowers and the signs getting squished?
Great question. So this wreath would ship in a box slightly larger than the design. And what I often do is I often staple... Nope, that's a lie. I often use a pipe cleaner to secure the wreath itself into a box. So for those of you that have ordered wreaths, more often than not for every design. Some designs honestly don't need to be... What's the word? Protected, in a sense. Some designs are totally fine just being placed in the box, and they'll hold their shape and nothing will happen to them. But for the majority of them, what I like to do is I like to use some pipe cleaners to secure them to the box, and it keeps anything from wiggling around or, flipping over.
Kim says, changed my mind. Magnolias look great up against the sign. Jen says, love the combo. We have Wanda who says, hello all.
Welcome, Wanda. What'd you guys do today? I posted a story maybe an hour or so ago. Like I said, I wasn't going in my garden because it was pouring out to cut flowers. And I promised a live tonight for fresh flowers. So we ended up going to the local grocery store, or I ended up going to the grocery store. And I honestly waited probably 10 minutes to get out of the car because it was so heavy, the rain outside. It was unbelievable. But we have a couple more that we can decide if we want to add. And you know what? I'm not going to save 2 magnolias. We're just going to add them in. What do you guys think of this? Doesn't it shape up really, really quickly?
Maria says she didn't do anything. It was a lazy day.
Those are the best.
Barbara from South Texas watching. Jen says, love the sign. Where did you get it, if you don't mind sharing?
I think this sign came from Walmart. It was definitely just a regular shopping trip, and whenever I do a regular shopping, don't take me with you, basically, if you go to any stores, because I always end up buying something. Not like my dad, though. He'll buy everything. Mm-hmm. But I think this came from Walmart, this sign.
I always lose Nick in Walmart.
Yeah,
like, we
Alex
just go our
loses me.
separate ways, and then we meet at the exit.
Well, she looks at, like, the beauty products, and I'm out by, like, lawn and garden, and, and then sometimes she'll find me in, like, the spray paint aisle, and she's like, what are you doing? But now we just cut off a few of the magnolia leaves, and these honestly aren't the worst quality. They're totally fine. I think the smaller ones in this are going to look much better than some of the large magnolia leaves. What do you guys think so far? Give some hearts if that's shaping up really nicely. I think it's pretty. Sometimes less is more, and we don't need to make everything super complex when designing.
Denise says it was 90 there all day, so she stayed inside. Karen says, looks good with the... Oops. Looks good with the, lost it.
Magnolia?
The white lettering on the sign and the white magnolias. I love it. Jen says, wouldn't have expected Walmart. Thank you.
Yep, of course. So let's add a little bit of this. This is called eucalyptus. This is a silver dollar eucalyptus.
Joni painted her bathroom.
Ooh, I'd love to see.
We have Tina who went to the dollar store, but they had nothing to work with, so she was disappointed.
Yeah, my dollar store is usually a miss.
Eddie went out to breakfast and then a very lazy day spent with friends. Well, that's fun, though.
Yeah, that is fun. We went to Maine yesterday, me, Alex, and our friend, Julia. We went to see the Nubble or Hubble?
Nubble Lighthouse.
Nubble Lighthouse up in York, Maine.
It was nice.
It was really nice. We're only about a half hour or so away from Maine and about 15 minutes from New Hampshire. So we're kind of right on the border of New Hampshire. So now we're just going to add a few of these pieces. Just a little bit. We don't need a whole lot.
Lynn says, do you think magnolias are out of style? There was a craze once upon a time. Just asking. I have a wreath with the leaves only.
Yep. So that's a great question. And honestly, I don't think really anything goes out of style if you like it. You know, of course things go out of style as a whole, but if there's something that you like let's say you love magnolias and everybody seems to hate them, who really cares? You know what I mean? So I don't think magnolias are really necessarily out of style. I think they're still very popular. But it was a big trend, especially in the wedding industry. But I still love them.
Regina says she's making her 4th of July wreath while she's watching.
Ooh, post a picture after. I'd love to see. What do you guys think of that so far? I think that's pretty. And I'm also offsetting my magnolias a little bit. I don't like them to be perfectly straightforward. I like them to be off-kilter.
Linda says, love it. Sini says, that is beautiful.
Thank you. So we have a little bit of this foliage, which I was actually going to save for another project, but let's cut off a handful of these leaves and work them in. I think they're really pretty. And these came from Michael's.
Paula says, I love magnolias and always will, kind of like sunflowers.
I love sunflowers too. I went through a phase where I wasn't the biggest fan of them, but now I seem to really like them. So for some of these leaves, I'm going to pop them off. Can they see the steel pick machine? Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And add a steel pick to it. And that's just going to create some individual leaflets. I don't need everything to be a super congested clump like this. So again, I'm just popping off a few of those leaves. And these leaves are kind of dusted. Think of like Dusty Miller and plants like that, which I really like the look of. So let's just break down a few more of them. I'm just popping them off and using them individually pretty much.
Melinda says, do you sell what you make?
I do. So I have an Etsy shop. I haven't listed too much into it recently, but we have lots of designs that either I got a list or I'm going to be making soon. We have lots of things kind of running through my head.
Michelle says, hello, how do you pick foliage?
You keep saying
leaves.
foliage.
I know, foliage. That's what it looks like, but foliage leaves.
So, as I said earlier, foliage is definitely one of the most important aspects in any design, in my opinion. So, I usually like just generic foliage. So, for fall, I see lots and lots of fall-colored leaves, which are totally fine as an accent, but never use them in their entirety. I always like just a solid base of greenery in pretty much everything I design. So, we're working with the magnolias. They kind of have a white look to them. Well, they are white. But I think the foliage that should go with them kind of should have a slight white texture to it. This is more like a texture. It's covered in kind of like fuzz. It's kind of like Dusty Miller or Lamb's Ear.
So we have a few people wondering what the tool you were just using was, or the machine.
Yep, so that's called a steel pick machine. It just adds a small little metal stick to the end. And I often don't really recommend it. I recommend tools that I get a lot of use out of and I use frequently. This is something that you can easily get away without purchasing. It is an investment. I forget how much it was. I think $1.99. Plus, I'm pretty sure you can use your 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby. So not the cheapest thing, but you can get away without using it. There's definitely not a need for it. Or at least that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people love to use it in everything.
So guys, what's for dinner?
Alex is hungry.
I'm hungry, and I'm like, what do I want to eat?
Yeah, what's for dinner? What are you guys cooking or taking out? So just a few more leaves. I'm thinking that should almost be done.
Edna says, is that a regular electric skillet you're using to melt the glue?
It is, and I've had this for years now, and it's only has 3 legs, but we love it the same. We broke it as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? Simple?
Cute.
Very simple. So I'm thinking that will be it. I don't think I need to add anything else to this. So let me know what you guys think. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want to add more? I don't think it needs a bow. I'm definitely a firm believer that bows are necessary in certain designs, but not in every single design. In this one, I think we can get away without it. If we wanted to add ribbon, what we can always do is just take some loops. So we can just take some loops of something like this and place a few loops in. What do you guys think? Should we add a couple loops?
Rachel says she's being lazy and ordered pizza. Ooh.
Alex is just looking for the food.
I know.
But you can add some ribbon if you want. I don't think it's necessary.
Ooh. We've got Tina, who's got a T-bone, baked potatoes with the works, and corn on the cob.
Oh my gosh. Tina, you're killing us over here.
Everyone loves it, loves it. Denise says beautiful.
Should we add some ribbon? Yes or no? What do you guys think?
Jennifer says, I think that is perfect, gorgeous even without the ribbon.
I mean, we have time. It's not like we're going anywhere.
Tina says, love it. Simpler is sometimes the best.
That's very, very true. I don't think we need the ribbon. I think we can just keep it with some magnolias, a little bit of foliage, and a sign that says, with God, all things are possible. So here's the finished wreath. If you guys don't mind giving this video a like as well as a share, I greatly appreciate it. I'm really glad that Alex was down here today. This was kind of a surprise. She just surprised me down here as I was getting ready for a video. But for those of you that are group members, we will be live again at 8 p.m. Eastern in Nick's Exclusive Wreath Community making a fresh Christmas design. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have this listed in my Etsy shop probably later. And yeah, stay safe, stay dry, because like I said, it's pouring out here in Massachusetts. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.